Okay, this was Friday after I closed the stream down. Um, Friday, I don't know what day, the 23rd. So August 23rd. And I was up around 1,000 on this evaluation from Apex. So what I did is I was playing around and I said, man, this looks like a pretty good short. So let me short it down here at 705 roughly. And but then as it came down, it stopped and retraced back up, as we can see here. Well, after next candle, I believe it is. But anyway, I was checking out the Fibonacci's, and we made a perfect, 61.8 retracement, 70.2, almost to the tick, but not quite. So I thought, there's a good chance we can move down to at least, you know, maybe 680, 660. So I thought, well, if this thing goes up, I'll go ahead and collect it. That's also at the bottom of the, actually, that's at the pivot. So that was Friday's pivot, I believe. So as it kept going up, I like to bring my stop up, my sell stop, and bring it up and try to capture a little bit higher. So that's what I did. Um, so I ended up catching it right around here and said, okay, let's see how this works out. And you can see the midnight opening, we hit it once, twice, and rejected both times. So I thought, it's getting weaker. We should be able to come down. But then I realized that I actually didn't need 130 points or something like that. I only needed, roughly 100 points. So that's when I said, well, let me put my stop. I don't need 130. So let me put my stop up to about 100. So I'm doing the math right now. So I said, well, that's all I need. And then let's make sure I get 100 or, the 2,000. So I ended up putting it about like 102 or something. There's my thing. You can see I'm up $1,000 real quick. So that's what I ended up doing. The trade didn't actually work out all the way. It didn't go all the way down to 640, in the time I wanted it to. So I ended up closing it out, and then on the next video, I ended up taking two contracts. Well, actually, I don't even know if I'm going to show that video, but I ended up taking two contracts, taking one off for about 150, and then taking the last one for 250. I think is all I needed to get my 3,000. So past the evaluation. So usually on these trades, you just got to be patient. 5 minute candle. It can do a lot of stuff. Go up and down, retrace the whole candle, come back down. I mean, I always like to look at the last 60 seconds because you can get a lot of hunky dory, a lot of things going on. So, but here you can see last five. We closed. Still made a higher low, which I didn't like. But then there you go. There's a break, and I thought, okay, that's fine. I'm good with that. And then it's just a matter of, it started getting a little slow, so I started thinking, maybe I need to get out of this. Take my 1,000 and be happy. So I decided to just hang on and watch. It actually gets between, I think, 5 points of taking out the 100 points that I needed. So here I'm just trying to do the math to make sure that I'm going to capture enough points to get my evaluation passed. So, and it gives me something to do, keeps my mind off the trade. This is me just making sure, well, let me make sure I get enough. I don't want to have to go back in. So there we go. It's getting pretty good now. Coming to that midnight opening trade, and what do you know? Another little bounce. Anyway, worked out well. I'm up at, I'm trying to speed this thing I'm up on fast as I can go 200%. So this trade ended up taking 20 minutes. So I'm trying to get it down to 10 minutes on this video. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. So there's my mark to say, well, I at least want to capture $1,000. That way I'd have 1,000 left. So my goal now is to say, well, let me make sure I at least, take some good money, because I'm already, I went from 68 to 90. So it's 20 points, $400, give back. So this is when I thought, well, we could still make it down. So there you go, coming back to test that midnight opening trade. Come on. That's what I started saying. There we go. Now this is where I should have went back to the pivot and just said, well, let me take 670 at the minimal. In hindsight, that's what I'm thinking. Because we dropped below the pivot. Actually, we dropped below bottom control of the CPR. And, I generally like to see a continuation down from there. I don't like to see a go down below and then come back above. That usually means, well, potentially we're going to bounce. So still a good trade. I was happy with it. These are all the things that go through your mind when you're taking this trade. Is I'm taking any trade, right? Is where should I get out? It's always the tough part, because how much will the market give me? Will we put in a higher low, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking is, oh man, we could reverse here. This could be just another midnight open trade test, and we're going to bounce. So this one I said, well, maybe I just take right here, take my 1,000. And be happy with it. Which I think I got a little bit more than that. Anyway, last 30 seconds of the 5-minute candle. I'm going to be giving away, just waiting for Apex to get back to me. I'm going to be giving away some Apex 50K accounts. Just waiting for, like I said, Apex to get back to me and let me know how to set it up. I'll have a email drive here. That's how I'm going to pick the winner. I'll go through a random generator. So give away some accounts and see how it goes. No spamming. I won't come out. I won't try to email you anything. So this is what it's not about. It's not about that. I think we get one more push down, if I'm not mistaken. This is always a tough part because it could just come up there and grab me. So I think luckily it makes a move down, if I remember right. All right, so Monday I'll be setting up again at 9:15. I'll do a little pre-market, just some levels on NASDAQ, um, and then watch the open. I may or may not take trades. Uh, there we go. So here's the push down. Like I said, I think we got within like 5 points. This is when I said, okay. I actually should have dropped it down to about 670 at that point. So overall, still not a bad trade. One contract, you know, you're up 1,500. All depends on what you need it for the day. So here's the 1 minute. So what I was looking for is a gap close, but what I failed to see was there was another gap a little bit higher, which is what we ended up hitting right there. Didn't take me out. So we're still on. And usually if we're going to go down, then, you know, we're going to stay down. So this is where I wanted to, or I should have dropped down to 670 or lower. Let's see what I do. Yeah. See, ideally I'd put it at 660 right now. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. We got close. $1,900. So got within $100 of closing. So I think we ended up, yeah, I was checking 43 and took me out right there. So overall, it wasn't a bad trade. Wasn't a bad play. You know, I would take that all day. I think if we keep watching, it ends up dropping down. Oh, so here you go. And a little extension. So I added 2 contracts. Oh, all right, maybe I didn't collect that on this video. There you go. There you, yeah, maybe I did. All right. So here I added 2 contracts. You know, I was just trying to get to my 3,000. And we made a move down. I think I ended up taking this one for 150 or something. Oh, maybe not. Maybe only 100. There you go. So I do have a Discord room that I'll end up opening up at some point. Right now I'm still setting it up. I don't have any, I only have a couple people in there. And that's it. All right. Thanks for watching.